that. Did that screw up anything over here? No, we're still good. Good, good, good. Slightly better. All right. Oh, I'm blocking the chat. Or not the chat. The quest log. Hey folks, Cool18 here, and welcome to another Banished live stream. Every time I look over there, it's because we're looking at the fine people commenting in the chat room. And once again, we are playing Banished. We are going to continue our town of... What the hell is this place called? Holdeen. Holdeen, which is the small, harsh mountain map that we started on hard difficulty. We're going to keep working on this and see what we can do with it. So far, things are going pretty decently. Got a house pause there, right, because the population growth I was trying to control. So in the center of town, just to catch up here, we got ourselves a tailor, a blacksmith, and a woodcutter. All of them have relatively low minimums or maximums going on right now. That way that clears them up to be laborers from time to time. We do have to start thinking about trade soon enough. We don't want to start farming quite yet, but we do have to at least think about it. Fishing dock over here. Then we've got one sort of logging camp here. Pair of wooden houses plus an herbalist or herbalist. Down here, another forester's lodge, and mostly, we don't even have them maxed out. We're just having them sort of plant trees and harvest trees at a reasonable rate. And then we've got a gatherer's hut here and one wooden house. I guess actually we would really like another house down here. House for food supply. Not terrible. I'm going to go ahead and unpause that. Might be a little crazy. Hello, Darhoth. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that. We're also going to, you people in the chat, we're going to figure out another multiplayer thing very soon. I got a couple of ways to approach it. We might try EU4 again after this, but we'll play some Banished first. I think I'm going to pause the game at this point. Ooh, let's bring it down to a speed 5. I don't like to play it at like 1x speed, and yeah, sometimes you miss things or whatever, but otherwise the pacing just drives me crazy. That bridge there to expand later on. We'll get that new house going on down there. Feeling good about that. We're maxed out on hunters, fishermen, and oh, we could use some more gatherers, so let's go ahead and bring that up to 8 people. That'll be pretty good. I like how like the animals can just walk across the river just fine. No people can, but everyone else is okay for doing it. Even like cattle, when it's being transferred from one place to another, they'll just walk right through the water. Do not obey pathfinding. Do not pass go. Now, we are going to have to consider, at some point, setting up our quarry for sure. We can hold off on iron. There's still some to pick up. But at some point, we are going to need a regular supply of stone. A little bit more that we can grab over there. And we don't really have the population base to support it necessarily. But we are just going to have to. Now, I'm probably going to keep this area open for like central town stuff. So I don't think I want the quarry right here. I think this might be a decent place for it, actually. Build another bridge across. Although, no, you know what? It's lumpy. We can't even... Let's go and see. I'm guessing we can't even place it there. Oh, we can fit it there. And that's manageable. Somewhere in the back like that. Can we fit it there? I think this might be slightly better. We'd actually be able to tunnel through this hill. Now, we don't need these trees for anything. No, it's totally fine if all that gets cut down. Yes. I think I'm going to hit it then. Just get them to start building it. Start chopping down the trees. Start doing that. We can put storage a little bit closer. Like that, because we'll use it for the quarry as well, but also everything they cut down. There's a quarry, or there's a storage thing not too far away here, although it's mostly full. And I would like another bridge, actually. Something... Oh yeah, there was the problem where we can't really bridge across here because there's like a hill. There, it's an improvement anyway. Slightly shorter than walking up there. It's gonna be fine. How's the chat? Could I put 2 quarries sideways there? No, I think that it would be too long to fit one in that way, and I'm not sure that we could have fit 2 in the other way. Hello, Ryuzaki Law 1. Thank you for subscribing. I can't say your name, but I appreciate it. It's like people make like usernames that I can't pronounce just to bug me. I know, you guys do it on purpose. We have tons of stuff stored. Mostly iron. We are making the iron tools. The tool limit is very low. You know what? Let's bring it up to 100. Keep this guy busy. We're probably going to want to trade some at some point. It's going to be fine. Plus, we'll actually get through some of this iron stockpile, clear up some space. I know, I'm getting better at not closing the Professions tab. Happens every now and again. But it's much less common now. How much food are we getting from this gatherer's hut? It's not great. It's not as much as you could, but it's not terrible. We might actually be able to build a bridge across here and access slightly more food. I'm not sure if it'll let me build the bridge there. Right there. May access a little bit more stuff. People taking a long walk over there. It's getting pretty heavily cleared there. I mean, overall, we're doing okay. Food is actually going upwards. We really could build a little resource gathering village right over here as well. Maybe another woodcutter or forester's lodge just to, you know, plant some more seedlings and then put another gatherer over there. Actually might be a really good idea. Firewood is fine. I'm going to increase the firewood limit to like 500 or something like that, just so that we know we have tons and tons of it stored up. Yeah, we're over 2,000 food. Definitely feeling okay there. Average Johansson. We missed someone else. Kreutzfeld. Thank you for subscribing, guys. Or gals. Or other. You know, whatever. This might be a really good place for a mine right here. I don't think it would really... Yeah, it wouldn't encroach on this forester's lodge. Mine a few houses down here would be very strong. It's a little too early for a mine, I think. Not that much of a demand for iron, and we're definitely not ready to start producing coal. Now, our houses are actually pretty full. We really probably do want to put down some more houses, or we're going to have, like, dying of old age problems, actually. Well, we'll get houses over here pretty soon. So we can plop them down. These guys won't really have much to do because I don't know if I'm going to start operating the quarry yet. I don't know. Maybe we'll throw a couple of people in the quarry. That'll be okay. Still a lot of demand for builders. Let's go and throw a couple more builders in there. Good. Couple more laborers just kicked in. Thank you very much. Taylor, yeah, that's fine. And you can work as a laborer. We do have a lot of demand for laborers right now, so it's okay. Lots of people carting things back and forth. Food from down here, I think. Could really use a merchant up here, actually, because I just realized there's no food generation here. So people are having to walk a lot to get things. So with that in mind, I think I will actually go and put down a market. There? Here, maybe? I don't know if it makes a difference one way or another, actually. Yeah, this market's going to cover everything in this area anyway. I'm going to do that. We'll set up one vendor once it's time. What the hell is this? Oh, the start of the quarry. Oh, alright. Oh, it's everything needed to build the quarry. Yeah, alright, that's fine. Doing good overall, lots of food. Sick Tourist, thank you for subscribing. People seem to subscribe more when I play Banished. I guess people really like this game. I'm really curious to see exactly what's going to happen once the game actually comes out and people can play it on their own. They won't need to watch me anymore. Or maybe they will. Actually, as I've commented before, as a sort of a Let's Play, I'm not sure exactly how much life is in the Banished Let's Play, because at some point you sort of covered things and told all the stories you can tell. But we'll see. Maybe there'll always be something else. The gameplay, you know, can keep going for a very, very long time. It's just from a Let's Play point of view. But there's going to be modding, there's going to be expansions and patches. There'll be a lot of stuff to cover. Not too concerned. Probably just won't be quite as crazy as we are now. I actually got 2, maybe 3 more videos of our Brussels game ready to go. Someone just left some venison and leather on the ground somewhere. Someone die of old age? I don't think so. No, I guess we don't have the message for it. We don't want to pop up for a death of old age. We just want it in the log. Blacksmith's still working, getting those tools up. More tools than we need, but that's alright. Excellent. Let's go ahead and we'll assign 2 people to work in the quarry. Because we will need a pretty decent, consistent stone supply. Might as well. They'll probably live in these houses. Right now, builders are living there, but they're going to finish soon enough. And then it'll just work out conveniently. We can get a road here, like that. And then I don't think we can... Oh, we can do that. Okay, that's a functional road. Ish. I mean, building these roads does take up valuable sort of labor time that might be better applied to something else. But it also increases walking efficiency, so that counts for something too. Oh, there's a thing there, so I can't... Alright. So we'll do that. And that. And that. Okay, that works. Taylor is full, and that's fine. Really don't have as much of a demand for that. Yeah, it's almost like more than plants. What I'm really wanting is a huge continuous supply of leather and wool. Yeah, because we don't have a ton of leather. So we could use cattle and sheep and then make our industry based on selling those coats. Very much like I have going on in Brussels. Stone limit, probably just increase this to like 500. Because we do go through it really quickly sometimes when we do mass building. Maybe not in this game, just because our population limit is going to be a fair bit lower in this game than in our large valley map, for example. Yeah, no shortage of tools, that's for sure. But also not really enough to trade for seeds or anything. Oh, we need 1 vendor. Pull back on workers just to have proper laborers to replace anyone who might die from old age. Although it might be, well, it's year 21 actually. No, that's the temperature. It's year 9. Okay, so I think we're still far away from people dying of actually old age. And yeah, I think we will develop another food area there. Right now we're pretty good on food. Despite the fact that we added a few more houses, we could probably afford to add another handful. And be totally fine and peachy. We don't have a school going on yet, right? Should we? We don't have that many kids. No, I don't think it's worth doing it yet. But I think it is worth developing another food area with some houses over here. We don't have a ton of stone, although there's plenty of stone over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go put Tataratat. Did I actually... Tataratat. I said it right the first time. Holy crap. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for having a very fun name to say, actually. I'm going to put a stockpile here. And then there's lots of stone to clear, which will actually be great. I'm going to wait for the stockpile to finish, and then I'm going to put in a stone clearing command over here. And then, yeah, we'll build another... I'm going to go ahead and put in a forester's lodge. I may not allocate more foresters. They'll just sort of disperse themselves between all the lodges. And then a gatherer and hunter over here, just for a little bit more. We have a herbalist, don't we? But we have no stored medicine. Maybe this forest hasn't really kicked in yet. We don't have a lot of food variety, which is certainly going to impact people's health, so they might be having to go to the herbalist more frequently. It's working. I'm just curious to see if they're actually working to pick herbs. Yep, she's going to the woods to do something. Yep, she gathered some. Okay, now she's getting some more. Do we have... No. See, if she's going to finish, she's got to walk like a mile to bring her stuff into town. We need a storage barn over here. And I'm actually thinking I should put a gatherer over here, too. Actually, I could put a fishing... one there. I could put a fishing thing here and then put the barn right behind it. Actually, that's probably a good first move. Do that. Then put in the storage barn. Cut back on walking. And then one more house over here as well. There we go. Little spot for the fishermen to live. And then the barn to store things in, save a little bit of walking time. I think that will dramatically... I think that'll help the efficiency of things over there. Okay, that storage spot got set up, which is great. So what I'm going to do is just designate these rocks to be picked up. There we are. And maybe build a road. This thing is in an awkward place, but oh yeah. I still need to... Actually, now that I've got this, I can get rid of this wagon. Because people can store things at the market, plus there's going to be a barn nearby. No, that's going to be good. That's going to be very good. Yeah, by the way, everyone who watched Democracy 3 get played earlier, it's an excellent game. It's currently 50% off on Steam. And there is a new sort of DLC expansion that just came out. You really don't need the expansion if you're just buying the game for the first time. You can just buy the base game and most of the gameplay will be in there. The expansion just adds, you know, a few more events, a few more decisions, which are going to be great, but you can live without it at first. And there's also really, really good modding support in the game. So the replay value is going to be huge. And there's mods for like all kinds of different countries that you can play as. But then also other mods that just add like just more events and things like that. You know, post-apocalyptic type of events or whatever you feel like. Just, you know, various social decisions you can take just to add more and more variety to the game. Okay, I'll be disbanded at some point. Building up these roads. Does occupy my laborers a lot. Don't have tons of laborers. Food situation is still good. Yeah, so, I mean, the challenge here, I guess, will be really fitting in a lot of stuff on this map, because there's not a lot of room to work with. But it's not that terribly hard. Would be as the first game. It would be terrible. I never did actually put down that road, right? Oh, because I keep stretching it that way, and then I can't do it. Ah, just bothering me. The fact that there's missing a tile, and there's missing a tile here, too. There we are. Better. That's being worked on. Getting a tiny bit of stone there. Not tons. But I'm going to keep them working. Even though I can mostly still just pick up stone from various places and do it much, much faster. I'm going to let this area get finished before we build our new area up over here. How's the chat? Yeah, they don't put logs in the barn. Do I not have a little storage area over here? Oh, I thought I did. Oh, that's not good. No, we definitely want a little storage area. Just a little 2x2 will be plenty. Will be lots to store those logs. I did not realize that I had not done that. Okay, we finished the fishing spot. I'll assign one extra fisherman to the job. Just need some more population, which mostly means more houses. But they'll get there. Reserve of stone is low. Well, that's okay, because we're mostly picking up extra stone over here. We're going to be fine. I think that's the woodcutter right now, taking these ridiculously long walks. Yeah, the forester. I didn't realize I'd never set that little stockpile up. Double plus ungood. You know what? I'm going to pull out my stone cutters over here at this point. And just encourage them to be general laborers, builders. Get this stuff done. Get it set up a little bit faster. We'll put the stone cutters in again later. Let these guys fishing. I wonder if the animation is different if they're trying to fish without tools. If they really do just go in there and start fishing with their bare hands. Yeah, they got to empty everything here before they can actually demolish it. Little house. There we go. Our stockpile is done. So that will improve the quality of life of our foresters dramatically. Child named Sano was born. I would have liked to have made this game. This must be very satisfying to be complete. And it's going to be a really good seller. Like, this guy has done a really good job. And the thing is, it's been in, like, a mostly complete state for a long time. It's just been polish and polish and polish. And it shows. I like the smoke that comes out of the chimneys. It's really, really satisfying. Collecting all that, which is great. Getting more stone. Everything is good. All the building is done. More houses occupied. And let them catch up and finish this thing here. We're not hurting for food. There. Just to get rid of that annoyingness, I'm going to put a stone cutter back in. Also, just to have, like, a convenient place for someone to live near their job. Bring out the road. Ooh, kind of a little funny bit there. Where's the road like that? Yep. Forester. Mostly hilly area. There, not bad. We've got the storage spot that's not too far away. We'll build another storage barn. Well, I suppose if we're gonna have... There, we'll do that, so they got a room to walk between the gatherer's hut and the storage barn. And then we'll put a couple of houses for these guys to live. Here. And here. Okay, another little mini village. Still a bunch of stuff in there, yeah. We just don't have enough laborers. We're trying to do too many things with too few people. I can probably pull back on foresters a little, actually. Get some more laborers going. Still have a lot of commands over here to clear our rocks. Patrician 4, let's play. Maybe, or Rise of Venice, which is really the new Patrician 4, but set in Venice. Great game, great little economic sim. Very fun. This would be another good place for a little fishing spot and a house, although it's a little further away from the storage barn. Actually, a fishing spot here would be very good. We're okay on food, though. I don't have to go crazy. You know, it dipped a little bit, but we're expanding our food storage a little bit more. Should I actually build a hunter over here, too? Maybe, yeah. We don't have a hunter here. Where's our... I guess our only hunting spot is down there. I think I would actually like more hunting. We don't have the people to support it. Mind you. But why would I let that stop me? I do that. And one more house. Once the houses kick in, hopefully people will multiply as well. And some children are being born. I think we can go up to speed 10 at this point. It's a very zen game. Very relaxed. Up until things go horribly, horribly wrong. But short of that, very zen game. I like how many bridges we're going to have here. It's actually going to look really nice. One thing I want to play is Pirates. Pirates of Gold. That's a good game. Every time we start talking about like Port Royale 3, it just makes me think, but I could just be playing Pirates. Yarr! Just catching up on my messages. Boom, 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 boom. Gatherers' huts. Well, I don't really have the people, I think, to assign more gatherers right now. It's actually good for the gatherers. They're going to work more efficiently if they're just spread out. Less of a chance they're going to run out of whatever they're trying to collect. We'll probably max them out at some point, but for now we'll leave it as is. I probably will increase the number of foresters back up to 6. I think so, because right now we've got 2 foresters lodged, and there's 2 at each. If I go up to 6, then there'll still be 2 at each. And that sounds like a pretty decent number. Although, I won't do it quite yet. I'm going to wait for the houses and everything to be done. That way the foresters will live near where they work. Plus, then we'll have the pool of laborers pretty accessible. Oh, we didn't have enough trees. Maybe we do need to increase the number of woodcutters. Or, sorry, foresters. I mean, I could also, like, block select some trees somewhere just to get the job done. Is there storage? Yeah, there's storage down here. Okay. Yeah, so you could really chop down these trees here if we need a quick little burst. Just a little bit. Someone's become an adult and is working as labor. He's probably 10 years old. You know, he's an adult. Yeah, we will have to build a school at some point. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe we won't bother with it. They work more efficiently if they're educated, but other than that, they do lose like 8 years of production, which is basically like 2 full calendar years here, because they age some people calculate it, they seem to age 1.25 years per season, so they age 5 years per calendar year. So by having them go to school, you basically lose 2 calendar years of production out of a person. So yeah, they work faster if they're educated, but how much faster? Plus then you've got to build a school, you've got to have your teacher going. We might not bother. These are simple mountain folk that we're working with here. Okay, more homes, the foresters, the everything. Good, good. Oh yeah, we already increased our foresters back up. Someone finally died of old age. One of our fishermen. You know, fishermen don't die of old age. They just smell that way. Speaking of fishermen, do we? I think we do. I know, we're not done building yet. You guys have seen how I play these games. I'm not patient. I don't wait for things to finish ever. Reserve of logs is low again. I don't think they've cut down those trees that I told them. Ah, mostly they did, actually. And firewood is low. As we go into winter. Okay, that's not good. Where can we clear cut? Everything over here. Probably. Ish. Well, I think we have to. Grab just a few trees. And all these. And a few more of those. Probably way too many. But especially if we're building more houses. Actually, I'm going to pull back on builders and encourage laborers to cut down the trees a little faster. Because I don't want these houses to finish and then have a big fight over firewood. Food is fine, but it's possible to have people freeze to death. And, you know, I'm pretty cold as a dictator, but I'm not that cold. Still building that house. Yeah, we may be slightly overextending ourselves, but that will be okay. Yeah, you're probably... Well, there are some logs getting stored there. But you may be right that it would be better to move the woodcutter out to where the source of our wood actually is. Like, near one of these stockpiles. And I think that's probably what I should do. In fact, I feel like this stockpile here might be the optimal one. I could build the woodcutter here. Although then they've got to walk far to dump it. The reason it was here before is because it was right next to this initial stockpile and the wagon. But that's all gone. That's all non-existent. So it's probably time to move. No, there's no woodcutter over there, because otherwise it would be pretty ideal. Oh yeah, there's a gatherer's hut, but is there... There's not a barn over here, so there's a lot more walking. You know what? We are going to set it up. It's a little... It's going to take up some production space, but... I think it is actually important. Set up a barn here. And a woodcutter here. So the woodcutter can grab wood from there, store it in there, and then the market vendors can go and pick up the cut wood from there and come up pretty far ahead. We're going to probably turn off this place, although they just grabbed a pile of logs, so we'll wait a tick. And I guess we haven't actually built the other one yet, so that's true. He's out of logs. We'll cancel that place. Actually, I guess we'll just bulldoze it. And then the woodcutter can be a laborer for now. Although I guess automatically they're acting as a laborer. So we'll leave them in there. And then as soon as the other place gets built, they'll go and transfer over. Might take a little while. We'll be out of firewood. But at least we're through winter, actually. So that's okay. Oh, and that's being built right now. Oh, okay. So that's going to be fine. And then what I'll actually do is over here, I'll build a couple of wooden houses. Just to avoid chopping down any more foresty kind of thing. And so they'll probably work there, and it's not that far away from the market. In fact, it's in the radius of the market, so that'll work out really well. Okay, I like that. Being demolished. Alright, not bad. We're getting some growth, some more children again. Someone dying of old age there, but that's fine. More children there. What I can do is build a road all along the shore this way. Like that. I like that. A lot of density. If we get a fire that rips through here, we'll be in trouble. A couple more houses, because I think we can handle it. Pretty good on food. I will build a well. Oh, I thought I could build it there. There, with the hill here, we're not really going to be fitting anything else in there, so we'll get a well prepared in the center of town. We could build one maybe over here as well. Nah, as well. Nah. Do that. And we won't worry about the others. Not everything can burn down. That's all that matters. As long as your village doesn't completely just, like, disintegrate. We probably could use more stonecutters. Could also pick up this stone that's just lying around over here. It seems like a pretty good idea. What do you guys think? It's just there on the ground, ready to be picked up. A little bit of that stuff too. So what's the achievement? Mountain Men. Harsh climate, small mountainous map. Maintain a population of 50 people for 20 years. Oh yeah, that should be fine. In fact, the hardest thing will be like not going too far over and making things difficult. Although you'd have to have a little bit of a surplus of space so that you can cycle your people who are dying of old age. But you don't want to like have your thing have 50 people for like 19 years and then suddenly dip to 49 and have to restart sort of your achievement progress. That would suck. Someone's asking if there are big cathedrals in here. There are no big cathedrals, but there are little chapels. I mean, they're relatively big. You're right. I should be playing some Anno 1404 or 2070 or something. It is so perfect for this. If you guys are a fan of Banished and you haven't played those two games, you should. I haven't covered them for the channel yet. And I don't know if I will, but I probably should one day. Actually, let's get rid of this road too. It's not really... I don't like it. We'll do this. And then that instead. More people dying of old age. Just kind of got like a set of baby boomers are sort of keeling over. And a bit of a shortage of firewood there. And some single people. So obviously we don't need to build any more houses quite yet. We do have some firewood, so these guys should be okay as soon as they bring them home. And the fact that we have a market here means we want to focus most of our population here, although we're never going to have a massive population. Food is very good. I'll leave everything, I think, where it is. We could use some more hunters just to keep the leather supply up. But overall, we're doing okay. Stone supply is not fantastic. But a lot of the easy picking stone is mostly gone at this point. So I think we mostly just have to wait for what few stone cutters we have to get the job done. There's a little bit more. This is not terribly out of the way, although it's not necessarily ideal. A lot of people without firewood. A lot. I really don't need a second one. I think it was just an efficiency sort of bottleneck. It is spring at least, so hopefully no one's going to freeze to death. There we go. As long as they keep getting a steady supply of logs. And we do have a handful of logs there. We could close down one of the other foresters and force them to have like 4 foresters here in the interest of speed. I think we're going to pause the building here. I should just go ahead and just get more foresters in general. Oh no, we've got plenty of logs. I keep looking at the wrong column. They're not in the right place. That's alright. Okay. Stone we're actually short of. So it's possible these woodcutters are having to walk somewhere far away to get logs. There's a relatively constant supply over here. And if I want to, what I could do is like forcibly cut down a few of them. Maybe I should build another woodcutter over here. Seems maybe a little crazy. There. Doesn't have to walk that far to pick up logs or store the firewood afterwards. We'll do it. We've got 30 firewood now. Should be okay. I think it was just a workflow thing. A bit of a delay for a little while. And things should be okay going forward. Someone else died of old age. Still not a ton of firewood. It is harsh climate, so it's not a bad idea to have number 2 of there. Yeah, we're actually at our log limit, so it's definitely not the amount of logs we have. It's just where they are and how far people have to travel. It would be nice if you could change some of the stockpile settings to force things to get moved from one place to another a little bit differently. Actually, do logs get brought here? They do. I forgot about that. That's why you put your woodcutter there. I shouldn't have moved it. I don't know why I listened to other people. Hang on. Cancel. We want a woodcutter right next to the market. That's what we want. Because they'll grab the logs from there and then deliver the firewood to there. Now, some people might have to walk a little bit further to get their firewood, but there's going to be tons available in a very centralized location. No one has to walk very far to get to that. Yeah, that'll work much better. Ho, 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 ho. There are reasons you don't upgrade a house in general. Well, lots of reasons. One, when you upgrade a house, it does kick everyone out. It takes a long time because they've got to empty all the goods from it as well. And, yeah, so that's why. And most of the time, I need just more houses, so I'd rather spend the material getting more houses. But maybe I could go back and upgrade some. It's also a bit of a pain to, like, find all the wooden houses and upgrade them. And, yeah, ultimately, it's like, I'm going to end up at the end of the game with, like, 50 stone houses and, like, 10 wooden houses. So the fact that 10 wooden houses required a little bit more fuel is not really a big deal. And displacing people can be a sort of a temporary problem, so I'll just avoid it. Make a diagonal road between the bridges on the coast. What, up here? I could do that. I could also have another road that just goes all along the shore edge too, because people seem to be walking back and forth quite a bit. Now, I think that the way I've got things jammed in here, yeah, I can't really do that. But I can do that. And another one along this shore. Now, this will probably have to get removed once we build a dock, or even like another fishing dock, like a trade dock or a fishing dock. But, I mean, we can just get rid of a chunk and then replace it in there. Overall, it should actually aid efficiency. That's a good call. And I like the way the roads walk right around the edge. Looks nice. Someone else died of old age and got replaced. Population growth is not being very fast. But we've got lots of food. So you know what? I'm going to pull back. Not on the hunting. I want that. I'm going to pull back on the fishing. Gatherers are still a pretty good source of food. And hunting, I want the leather. So we'll pull back. We won't eliminate it completely. Actually, maybe a couple of gatherers too, just to get things done a little bit faster. We'll assign one more builder, and then have the extra laborers around to work some of the things that have been queued up, and hopefully get this thing finished. We've got enough resources, so we should be able to get it done. Laborers just have to bring some goods over there. Still don't have a ton of firewood. But yeah, plenty of logs here, so we just have to deliver the firewood to there, and that should be okay. So yeah, we've got a lot of extra fishing docks to just like sort of enable as we need more food. Just scale it up and everything is going to be awesome. We're in a good position. We just need, you know, just a few more babies. But at a controlled pace. And most of these houses can accept more people, obviously. There's tons of room in here. A lot of people of them pretty young. Oh, geez, one person. Actually, that's 2 houses, which is 1 person each. So we've got way more houses than we need. Way, way more. Alright, bring the stuff over there, guys. I guess my laborers are pretty busy doing things. I may have still have stone queued to be cut down over here. Or harvested, I should say. Yeah, it looks like that's what's happening. That's part of why there's a little bit of a lag going on here, as people just catch up with some of these jobs. These guys need some firewood. We're good on food, though. Really nice food variety in every house. Plenty of it stored. And again, lots of variety there, too. We might run a little bit low on fish. But that's okay. We'll get our fisherman count up pretty fast. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if we were going to be losing food for a little bit here. But we can dial it up pretty quick, I think. Really need to get this firewood situation under control here. Alright, logs are finally arriving. I mean, it's all here. They don't even have to walk that far. A little bit further for the stone. But, you know, even then, it's not that bad. There we go. Finally. And I actually might leave both woodcutters up for a little bit. And just put a second woodcutter in there. Just to get things going a little bit faster. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Someone died of old age, the builder, and didn't get replaced. Well, there's not actually a demand for it right now, so that's okay. Food-wise, we still seem to be doing okay. I'm going to assign another hunter, because that way each hunting lodge will have 2 hunters. And I'll go back up to 4 fishermen. I think there's 3 fishing docks, so I could go with 3 fishermen and get them evenly split up. But this will be okay. I mean, food-wise, we're still doing okay. And we got another baby there. Our population is relatively static, actually. Still got plenty of logs here. Yeah. There we go. Well, maybe not plenty, but some. Here, we'll get 1 extra vendor in the market. They don't do as much, but they should actually be really handy to keep feeding logs to the woodcutter. Okay, we're good on herbs. We did have that shortage for a little while, but right now we're okay. Well, those are old people. Yeah, there's quite a few of these houses that are filled with quite elderly people. When they die, it'll be interesting to see exactly what happens to our population curve. We might have to mess around a few things. But I think food-wise, we're still going okay. Again, we might not be turning a huge food profit, but we're not falling too far behind. We're actually pretty good on stone, since we collected all those. I think I might cut back on stone cutters a bit, just to unlock a few more laborers. Make life a little bit better for everyone else. Get the logs, keep up the firewood. Winter is coming, as the Starks are fond to say. Gatherer's hut. Not bad, considering they're only working at like half efficiency. Well, they may have been working at full efficiency last year. I don't remember if I had 12 of 12 gatherers. I don't think so, though. Maybe more than 6. Maybe I was at 8. Still, overall, things are looking good. Yeah, food supply is very good. We're not building anything right now, and that's fine. Just waiting for the firewood to keep going. The firewood situation is actually pretty decent. right now. We should be keeping pace. It's going to be staying low for a little while because a lot of the houses were still empty, so they're restocking and grabbing everything instantaneously. But other than that, it's actually going to be okay. The vendors are starting to grab goods over here. No, overall, really good. Very, very good. Just catching up on the chat, the Twitch chat. Yeah, there's some good discussion going on about upgrading houses and what people should do. People asking what I'm drinking. Whiskey of some description. Oh, Demonac, did you just upload a Hearthstone video? They're good. I don't watch a lot of the constructed stuff. I mean, constructed is fine. And I like the constructed tournaments of Hearthstone. But if I'm just going to watch, like, just sort of play videos or streaming... Hey, GameJammer84, thanks for joining. Really appreciate that. And Rick Diesel 2K. But yeah, to watch sort of streaming or to watch, like, an average person play, I like the arena stuff a lot more. Because I like the construction aspect. To watch someone play a single... Or I like the deck building aspect, is what I should say, which ironically you get less of in Constructed. Because in Constructed, it's often like, 20 games of the same deck being played back to back to back, and you make like one card change or something like that. And the reason I like the tournament format is you do see a lot of variety of decks. Is you lose, you instantly have to change your deck to something else. So yeah, so if you're... I tend to watch all the arena gameplay that Demonac puts out. And he does freakishly well. He does play like 10 times more than I do. I should play more Hearthstone. Good on coats. And that. Still some woodcutter shortages. But again, that's not a surprise because there were so many. We had such a backlog, basically, of firewood. Could cut down these trees. But we're not short on logs. They're just not in the right place. I think they've just gone and picked some up. Oh no, we got plenty of logs there. We made it through another winter though, and we're fine. See, it's just a workflow question. Maybe I should have it over here. But the thing is, well, I was going to say then it's so much further from the market. It's not like they're really running out much. They're having to go and pick it up from time to time, but they're not literally falling out completely. And this guy's having the same issues. Someone who just crushed by a rock. Okay. I think we're all right. I keep saying tentatively. Maybe it's because they're not educated. So, B-Weasel, or Bweasel, just subscribe. Or maybe it's B-Wee-Azel. You never know. Sometimes there's no camel case going on, so you don't know where the word splitting are supposed to be. I'm going to turn this into like a boggle game. Start playing with anagrams, mix things around. I'm actually really bad at anagrams. Like, I like Scrabble in theory, but I suck at it because I have a hard time sort of mixing up the letters and finding different combos. Yeah, no, I maintain we still don't want more houses. We just have an awkward situation where a lot of our people are way overaged. So yeah, we're going to get a whole slew of these people dying. This, I think, is the initial batch of people I came in here with. Like my original 20 or so people, I think they're the ones who are all keeling over and dying right now. This is always kind of awkward when you've got a big chunk like that, because you've got a mass of people that are not reproducing and then die sort of all at once, and you drop your population, and then there's a bit of a boom as the people who are waiting for some of these houses to open up spread out, but you really need to have like the babies come in at a staggered pace so that you don't go through that boom-bust cycle. Although if you ever have a disaster that kills off a bunch of your population, the same thing will happen. Because all these people will spread out, get into the houses, have babies at the same time, and you restart that sort of fixed cycle. Alright, Firewood situation improving dramatically. I think we're just really far behind. There's a big backlog. We should be able to hit our max again relatively soon and decide if we want to keep two woodcutters or not. Now, given the terrain, this might be a really good time to actually go and do a lot of these upgrades, especially since the houses are not that full. Actually, I think we will start doing some stone upgrade, but you'll see it takes a while. You gotta have free laborers around to empty all the storage. The people that were here have to go and find somewhere else to live. Actually, someone's now homeless. See that? I think what we'll do is build one boarding house to deal with this exact overflow situation. I think that would be an excellent idea. We have lots of food. Let me pull back on the fishermen again. Assign more builders. Leave everything as is. You know, I am in the mood to play Anno at this point. Fire supply good? Yeah. This is like the old person too? Oh no, they were just 42. I thought it was like the 80-year-old that I got kicked out. So yeah, they've emptied it. Now they've got to go and rebuild the stone house. Now it's winter. They're going to freeze to death. Yay! Everything is awesome. Let's cancel the stonecutters. Max out on builders. And bring down our gatherers as well. Have extra laborers to carry some stuff around. Just get things done, guys. I don't care which one you build first. Just build one. Looks like it's going to be the boarding house. Okay, he's still homeless, but he's not freezing yet, which is good. We're almost out of firewood again. Interesting. Alright, finish the boarding house. Go, go. Go, go! Oh my god, you're gonna die. Good. And we gotta get some firewood and everything over there as well. There. Damara just moved in. And now she's gotta pick up things so she's not freezing cold. Food situation keeps going up and up and up. There we go. Alright, I'm going to put my stone cutters back in. Pull back on builders a little. But now we're going to go and keep replacing one house at a time. Because they can move into the boarding house temporarily. There you go. Shelly had to do that. Keeping a close eye on the food. Population is growing again. We've got some more kids kicking in. But yeah, with the harsh climate, I don't know how much less firewood is required by the stone houses, but even if it's just like 25% less, it's going to make a massive difference in this climate. So yeah, it's a good thing people brought it up. And I do upgrade sometimes. It's just I don't go and like compulsively replace absolutely everything. But it's probably worth it here. Right, so we're not out of firewood, so that's good. Some logs being collected there. We actually don't have a ton of logs either. We're probably going to need to scale up our foresters, because running out of wood can screw up things horribly. In fact, we'll do that. I'm going to kick up to 8 foresters. And add in a couple of stone cutters as well, since we are going through our stone at this point. I do want to keep a decent pool of laborers around. They make a huge difference. Like, they're really critical. Two people just died of old age. I need to get my town, what is it, city hall, what's it called? Town hall, in place so that I can get more graphs and some information. Especially the age curve might actually be really, really important. House done. Start a new one. Everyone taking a turn in the boarding house. Freezing to death apparently because there's no heat. No, we got lots of firewood. Just get it there. Just get it delivered. And we've got a decent amount of wood as well. No, we're totally fine. I say laborers have to come, empty the house. It's a big process. And you can't just like do it in mass, because all of a sudden you've just like torn down 10 houses. Well, except you don't turn them down. You just flag them all as condemned, throwing everyone out into the street, and then it takes forever to actually replace them. I guess if you had the boarding house, like in Brussels, we do have several boarding houses set up, and they're not always full of people. And so when we're between nomad groups, that actually could be a good opportunity to do a bulk redo of the houses. Something to consider. We won't have enough stone. Look at that. Didn't realize you needed so much stone for stone houses. Get a bridge going there because we can pick up some more easy stone at some point. Food situation still awesome. Good. Alright, the stone is there. So we'll get that built, but then we have to wait for any more upgrades. See, it just needs so much babysitting. Chance of Dwarf Fortress later. Yeah, that would be good, actually. It seems like the natural tradition. You play Banished for a little while, and then you go to Dwarf Fortress. The graphics aren't quite as pretty, but it is Banished like times 10, isn't it? Yeah, stone is not used to make tools. It's just iron. Iron and wood. Or iron, wood, and coal if you're making steel tools. Can probably... I'll bump it up to 6 woodcutters. Again, need to keep the laborers around, but we need a little bit more stone than what we've got. And obviously anyone who's sitting idle for any reason becomes a laborer, so it's not terrible. Like right here, our tailor is effectively being a laborer right now. Build our little bridge. Takes a little bit of stone, but not much. Just want to do that because I was going to collect some of the stone back here. Running a little low on iron, but not terribly so. We've got tons of tools. Basically, we only need a handful of iron for certain buildings. I guess they need nails or something. And there's plenty of iron just kicking around that we haven't bothered collecting yet. So yeah, we're going to be fine there. We don't need to mine anytime soon. Should be no one in the boarding house. Good. There's still stuff there. Oh no, it got emptied. Interesting. Lots of firewood. More people becoming adults. We're almost at 50 people. And it's very close to break time again. Bum, 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 bum. Just mostly waiting for stone to kick in. Are we in speed 10? Yeah, we are. We don't want to rush it. Don't need to build anything else right now. Things are going steady. I'm still like thinking that we might benefit from an extra house for some family splitting, but I guess not. Like, there's no houses that are filled with tons and tons of people. Yeah, they're mostly young anyway. Like, there's a possibility that, you know, if whoever was living alone over here, Simmer over here, who's 82, when he dies, I'm sure someone else will move in there, and maybe we'll get a couple, which would add to kids, but not terribly much. Mostly we're waiting for the existing couples to just have more babies. Could cut down these trees here, actually. I think I will do that. And they'll get deposited directly into the market, which will be very convenient for this woodcutter. Good stuff. Yeah, we have a lot of wooden houses. Oh, we're over 40 stone, which means we can replace one more house. I think they took 40 stone to do it, so... Every time we hit 40, we'll just do that. And if our population grows, we'll just allocate more and more stone cutters. Actually, I'm thinking we should maybe do the wooden houses that are furthest from the town square, because these guys actually have to walk a fair distance to get more wood. They also have to walk a fair distance to get food. Well, actually, that's not that bad. They just walk down there. If they want more variety, they might have to go to the town center. But even then, that's not the end of the world. But if we could save them walk for firewood a little bit more often, that would be good. So yeah, I'll do these guys next, as opposed to the central ones. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. How's the chat? Everyone's good? Yeah, I gotta take a brief break here. I guess no time like the present. I'm tempted to leave it run, just to accumulate more stone, but you know that if I did that, the whole place would come crashing down, right? When we weren't babysitting it. Yeah. Our food situation is very stable, though, despite the fact that we've cut down considerably on our food production. Let's assign another stone cutter. I guess we can cut down the number of builders. Looks like 2 is enough to build that, so general purpose laborers, and then that makes me feel confident enough to go ahead and crank in more stone cutters. Yeah, at this point, we're actually going to get 40 stone at almost the same time it takes to actually just build houses. That's good. All right, I'm going to pause here. We're going to take a brief break, and we'll be back in a minute.